Good girl. Here.
Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, 3 generations of my family head to Huron, South Dakota for a pheasant hunt. My father, 3 sons, and the dogs of Soggy Acres Retrievers will hit the field chasing some wild roosters in the late season. A winter storm hit the week before our arrival, making the snow deep and conditions challenging for the 2- and 4-legged hunters. Stay tuned for our rooster raining, high-flying adventures coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures.
Hey, pretty mama, go and grab the scatter gun. Rommel's looking like he's got one more good run. His hips are a little shaky, but his heart's still true. Oh, how that dog loves hunting with me and you. Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by Cabela's, Heavy Shot, Hadel's Game Calls, Conquest Scent Sticks, High-Vis, Liberty Safe, Headwater Seat Covers, Mr. Lid, Mobile Strong, Paw Print Genetics, the Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks and Tourism, Vanishing Paradise, Pheasants Forever, and Soggy Acres Retrievers. One of my favorite destinations to hunt is Huron, South Dakota. The rush of a wild rooster flushing from thick cover is hard to beat. I was fortunate to share this experience with my father and my 3 sons. But sometimes, just getting on the road and traveling with our 3-ring circus, it can be quite the challenge. So the fun of having kids and going on trips, especially hunting trips. Where we film. Why are we here, guys?
To get stuff.
They forgot a book, because they got to do their homework, and their boots. All stuff you guys were supposed to get, right?
My boots are in my locker.
Okay. So why don't you guys run into school and grab your stuff? Hurry up. Now we're ready to roll. Our total trip time was 10 hours. Once we got close to our final destination, we had to stop at Cabela's in Mitchell, South Dakota to get our licenses and some new hats. Half of the fun of the hunt is the excitement, anticipation, and build-up. Part of that is ensuring that everyone has the proper gear needed to make the trip enjoyable.
You don't have shooting glasses, we got some.
We get set up for the first hunt with Danny Hoffer on his property. Danny briefed us on how our hunt would go for the day, as well as provided safety instructions.
So you've got 20 yards between you and the other people. So
after the meeting, we loaded up in the pheasant assault vehicle and we headed for the field. Our first field was sorghum and switchgrass with a heavy dose of snow. It made things tough on the dogs and people because the birds could run on top of the snow, but anything heavier would fall through. The first 2 dogs out of the gate were Rommel and Flo. Flo was a yellow female Labrador Retriever that we owned that was in South Dakota for her first trip. Rommel's working a bird. Thank you. Whew. What do you think of that, Coley?
Cool.
Yep. Good boy. Yep. While Cole and I pushed the middle of the field, my father and son Clayton acted as wingers on the outside.
All right, Clay, let's move. Now see the other blocker over there? We'll walk along about as fast as he goes. There goes one there. Yeah. And we probably got ahead a little too far. That's a hen. And okay.
Flo, hip. Hen. We got one bird down over to the right, and we got chaos starting because we got a bunch of birds coming up. We good, Ken? Rooster! Here! We got blockers up ahead, so you gotta be safe. Hen! Nice shot! Oh. Follow my footsteps, Cole. The end of the field presented some pretty deep snowdrifts that were tough to walk through. This made things tough on everyone to get back to the bus. Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, more high-flying rooster action as the deep snow continues to wreak havoc on our crew. We also show you things from the dog's perspective as we roll out the Matty Cam. This training tip is brought to you by Conquest Scent Sticks and these fine sponsors. This week's training tip is how to properly fit and introduce a dog to an electric collar. Our pupil here is Pickett. What we're going to first do is properly fit the collar on his neck. You want to make sure that about 2 fingers fits underneath the collar. From there, we're going to have him wear this probably for about 2 weeks during our training. We're not going to use it, just have him wear it so that he thinks it's part of his regular training routine. Once the dog is used to wearing it for a couple of weeks during his regular training, we now have to determine what level of stimulation the dog should be at when he starts with the collar. What we're looking for is for the dog to look around, to have an insecure look, or even possibly just a slight flinch. At that point, that will be the level we start at. Once your collar is fitted correctly, we're going to go to step 1. Step 1 is using the command sit. You're going to actually, every 3 to 5 times that you give the command sit while you're walking your dog, stimulate them with the collar. You're going to do this 8 to 10 times the first session while you're using sit. Do this for about 1 week. The second step is to use the collar on the command here. On this one, we're going to put about a 30-foot leash on the dog, have the dog sit, and pull the dog towards us when we say here. Make sure that you do this especially when you use the collar, because we want the dog to understand that they're turning off the stimulation of the collar when they follow the command and go toward you. You're going to use this step again 8 to 10 times during each session, and this would be week 2 of your training. At the conclusion of the second week, we're going to take the dog out in the field and start reinforcing these commands with the collar during training, walks, and in situations where there's more distractions. That's this week's training tip. Now back to the hunt. We headed to our second field in the Rooster assault vehicle. My good friend Bill Jones outfitted his Soggy Acres dog Maddie with their own camera. It's bouncy footage, but it gives you an idea of what the dog sees when they're in the field. We hit the next field, and I took up a winger position with my son Clayton. Rommel. Here. Come on. Get up here. Rooster! Here, here, here. No. Too low. Rooster! There we go. Yep. Yep, Rommel lost the fight. While Rommel, Clayton, and I struggled on my side of the field as a wing, my father Orville was on the other side having the time of his life.
Got that one. Yeah, I got that one. Definitely got that one. He was right out in the open. Rooster! How the hell did they miss him? Oh, frickin' gun jammed. I don't know how it got in backwards. They threw it in.
I have to say that play-by-play with Orville Fuller was quite humorous. You know, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that that shell didn't jump into that gun backwards by itself. It's great to see that at 73 years old, he still gets excited by the hunt. You're ready, right, to see the dog, Clayton, in there? You're gonna see one in a second here. There you go. Get him, get him, get him. You hit that one. Get a shell in. Hand. Hand. Did you shoot that one? Really? You shot that. Come on, bud. Come on, buddy. Get ready, Clayton. Shoot. I got to deal with the dog. Come on, bud.
Look at that down there.
Rooster, he caught it. Rooster! I purposely missed so he could get 2 shots at that one because I'm a nice dad.
Definitely got that one. You like to think you'd shoot him, but I think he was on his way down to the last shot I took. We had one in the field walking around there, but we didn't have a dog over by us, and we couldn't get him to fly.
The smiles and comments, as well as my dad's commentary during this part of the hunt, show just how much fun you can have on a trip to South Dakota as a family. Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, more high-flying, deep snow rooster raining action. This segment of Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors. We're here at the Animal Clinic of Elkhorn. Micah's going to be bred, and what we're going to do is pull her blood so that we can get a progesterone level on her, which will tell us when it's the proper time to breed her. This is Dr. Carrie Wigman.
Hi.
Really happy that I came in today.
I've been working with Jeff and his dogs about 6 years. And Jeff breeds Labradors for hunting. He does training. And so we're feeling for Micah's jugular vein. We're going to get a blood sample. We're going to send this to the laboratory for them to measure her progesterone levels. And based on those levels, it'll tell us the optimum time to breed her to a male. So we will get this sent out. We will have results tomorrow morning for Jeff. I will call him, and based on those values, will help us determine when she should be put with the male.
As a breeder, timing's everything. You really have about 36 hours where the eggs will accept sperm. So this is really important that we hit everything in the right time. So Micah has a big litter for us. Right, girl? All right, now back to the hunt. Prior to hitting the field, we unloaded birds, reloaded guns, and swapped out dogs. The effects of a long hunting season on our four-legged partners was evident.
The leaves from the sorghum hit them underneath the eyes and just tear them up. It's a little better this time of year, but they're already sore from earlier season. Let's go shoot them up.
Standing sorghum provided great cover and food source for the birds. Whenever we hit the sorghum fields, we knew we were going to see some roosters.
Rooster! Coming over!
Slow down now, Clayton. Slow down. Let's let the dogs go. Stop there. Rooster! Pen! Rooster! These birds are sitting so tight. That's, I think, 4 birds we've put out now, and we're just standing here, letting the dogs run around.
Rooster!
Rooster! Oh, boy, that was a lot of shots. That was a $30 bird right there, boys.
Well, that was a blessed bird, that one was. He had 3 guys shooting at him. I think he was hit a little bit, but I think he'll be all right.
Rommel.
Rooster! Well, come on, give me some credit. It's the only one I've missed today. I did hit him.
By then it was at full tilt.
Everyone's got an excuse on the one that got shot at 17 times.
I unloaded.
I didn't shoot. I didn't shoot. So at least it's not on me. We took a minute after the last field to speak to Danny Hoffer about hunting opportunities in South Dakota. Now you talk about hunting. How many birds per square mile?
The average eastern South Dakota is 200 birds per square mile. We have lots and lots of pheasants in South Dakota, and there are lots of opportunities, both public and private land. Massive amount of public land here. Right across the road from us right here, there's 850 acres of some of the best grass that you could ever find. cattails and deer and pheasants, no charge stuff. All over within a 50-mile radius of Huron, there are a huge amount of those kind of areas.
And now it's time for this week's Conservation Corner, presented by Vanishing Paradise.
Louisiana, sportsman's paradise, where the fresh water of the Mississippi River meets the warm waters of the Gulf to create world-class waterfowl hunting and fresh and saltwater fishing. For generations, people have taught their children to hunt and fish, but now, like the Mississippi River Delta itself, that lifestyle is in danger. Children today focus far too much of their time and energy indoors and on a computer or gaming system. We must reverse that trend, or we will lose our outdoor heritage, the same way we are losing a football field in an hour from the coast of Louisiana. We must act now so that our children and grandchildren can enjoy this national treasure as we've been able to. Find out how you can help at vanishingparadise.org.
Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, our crew heads into the standing corn to wrap up our hunt.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for your chance to win a puppy from Soggy Acres Retrievers and other great prizes from our sponsors.
Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by Cabela's, Heavy Shot, Hadel's Game Calls, Conquest Scent Sticks, High Vis, Liberty Safe, Headwaters Seat Covers, Mr. Lid, Mobile Strong, Paw Print Genetics, the Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks and Tourism, Vanishing Paradise, Pheasants Forever, and Soggy Acres Retrievers. This product review is brought to you by the Outdoor Hub. Conquest Scent Sticks has an ever-expanding line of their new bird down dog training scents. Whether you have a pointer, a retriever, or a hound, they have a scent that can help you get your dog into the field. With the addition of their raccoon and rabbit scent, now the houndsman is also covered when they take their young dogs into the field for their first training runs. I personally use their quail, pheasant, and duck scent because it gives a realistic, wax-based scent that I can place in my bumpers and training items so that I can show my dogs what we're looking for once we hit the field. The scent works great because once the dog gets used to that smell and knows what quarry they're looking for, I can then translate that into using real birds and ultimately take them on their first hunts. If you have a dog and are looking to expand your training products and have more success in the field, please check out Conquest Scent Sticks and their new Bird Down dog training scents. For the last part of our hunt, we headed to a field of standing corn. The diversity and cover on this property was phenomenal. Needing only one bird, we tried to put the end of this hunt squarely on the shoulders of my son Clayton.
Wait for it to flush. Come on. Come on, hustle up there. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Hand. You missed it. Hold on. Here. Clayton had his big chance to be the one that finished it there. He could have been the hero. Rooster! And we're full!
When you throw in heavy snow, family, and a wild pheasant hunt in South Dakota, you're bound to have surprises. A trip to Huron, South Dakota never disappoints, and neither did our dogs on this trip.
So Danny, we're out here, Huron, South Dakota. Thank you for having us out for a hunt.
Hey, it's my pleasure, always.
Now, I brought my boys out and my dad. Huron, South Dakota isn't just a place to hunt. This is a place that's really a destination where you can bring your whole family.
Oh, absolutely. We have things to do year-round. This is a great summertime destination. In the last couple of years, we put up a new water park. It's second to none. It's like going to the Wisconsin Dells right out here in the middle of South Dakota, and we have great golf courses, and we got a great school system, so we have wintertime sports and athletics. It's just a great place to come.
Now, I know I've talked to you before. You don't even need to drive out here. You can actually fly right in. You've got an airport right in Huron.
Right. We have a regional airport here. We have airline service. You can come from anywhere. It doesn't matter. You know, you might have to, if you're in Florida, go to Minneapolis to Huron or Denver to Huron or whatever. But we have 4 flights a day in and out of Huron on the commercial airlines. You know, you can bring your company jet in and we'll take care of it and service it for you. And rental cars come right up to your vehicle, or Suburbans or whatever, and housing for them and fuel and all the amenities of any big city fixed base operator right here in Huron.
So a guy can drive out by himself, he could camp, he could stay in a hotel, or you could fly right in and have someone pick you up at the airport and take you to their lodge.
Any way you want to get here, and would be happy to take care of them.
I appreciate you for having us out.
Thank you very much.
It was a great hunt. We really enjoyed ourselves. Thank you for hosting my family.
You bet.
Watch later on this season as my family and dogs continue with a couple of more hunts from the state of South Dakota. Next week on Sporting Dog Adventures, we head to Saskatchewan, Canada for an unbelievable waterfowl hunt. This was one of the most beautiful and successful mornings I've had in a duck blind. The action and dog work during this hunt are something you don't want to miss. Closed captioning provided by Hadel's Game Calls.
Are you looking for a puppy? Tropical Black or Yellow.
Contact Soggy Acres Retrievers at soggyacres.com.
Do you think Rommel's cute?
Ooh, she kind of looked funny. Rooster ringing action. Hey, quiet on the set. We're working.
Everything you need is here under the sun.
She's only 17. It's the best winger I had. That's all I got.